Ooh, child. This look right here, I did not think we were gonna make it, and I'm so glad I'm not going anywhere. And even though it looks nice, so this is what happened. So I tried this NYX Gotcha Cover, and I've had this for a while, and I can't remember if I've used it before or not, but let me tell you, this is not what it do when it comes to using it as a base, because it has my eyeshadows like cracking, and like one of my eyes just like totally messed up, and I don't know if you can see it, but you can definitely see it like in real life. And I'll try to get a picture where you guys can see, because I mean, just be honest, you know, MUAs, MUEs, whatever you are, people who like makeup, it's just not always gonna come out the way you think it is. And when you try new products, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and so you have to be ready for all of those things. And so today, like I said, I tried this, and this is not something that is going to be a part of my repertoire because it did not do what I needed it to do. I did pull out another foundation. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte, and this is in the color Toasted Almond. I'm still on the fence about it. I like matte foundations, and I am an avid user of my Clinique Stay Matte because this has been my ish for a couple of years now. And I mean, it's another foundation is just gonna have to come with it because this has been my saving grace for the longest. But other than that, I mean, I think the overall look is nice. It looks good. It's, you know, I can rock it. However, when you get into the closeness, the details, and all that jazz, no. And so, like I said, I'm glad I'm not going anywhere with this look, and I'm gonna be here. The products that I use were from my Born Beautiful collection. I use my Butterfly Kisses, both of those palettes. I use my Born Beautiful palette, and I also use the Makeup Addiction palette, which is the Flaming Love. And I'll put all of the products that I use down below. And guys, so that's it for my chitter chatter. And if you are not subscribed to the YoBe1 channel, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, and make sure you like, comment, and again, subscribe. All right, my bougie babies, stay tuned. All right, guys, to start this look, I am dipping into my Naturals Butterfly Kisses palette, and I'm going to take the burgundy shade that I just showed you onto a densely packed e.l.f. blending brush. And the technique that I'm using to apply this color is just a tapping motion. I am tapping the color all along the crease of my eye, and I'm going to tap it all the way across from one end of my eye all the way over to the other. And I'm getting great color payoff, as you can see with this. I'm not trying to spread it all over. I am keeping it in this distinct area for a reason, because I want this to be the base of the transition when my color comes out, and you'll see what I'm talking about as I apply the next color. Before I add that next color, I want to make this crease color a little bit more rich, and so I'm going to take the red from that same palette and I'm going to apply it right on top, and I'm going to use the same motion I used for that burgundy shade to apply it. I'm also using the same brush that I use. No need to dirty up another brush if you don't have to. And so, like I said, I'm using the same motion, tapping, and you can see how the richness of those two colors are coming out. And guys, sometimes you have to blend colors together to get them exactly the way that you want them. But I like the way this is bringing out that burgundy, and the red is giving it that richness that I desire for this particular crease color. For this next shade, I'm taking the orange from that same palette onto a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to apply it right above those two colors that I just laid down, and it's going to give me an ombre effect from that crease color up to the top to my brow bone. And I'm going to keep blending those colors in blending them together so that we have a nice transition from that crease to that brow bone color. Gonna get ready to cut that crease. I'm gonna come in with the AOA E123 brush to do that, and I am using LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Chestnut. I'm gonna lay that concealer down, and then I'm going to start to shape my cut crease the way that I want it using the very slim tip of this brush. Using this type of brush with a kind of flat head helps you to get more precision whenever you're cutting your crease. And then you can just go back and do a little detail cleanup work as you go along, making it even or extending it along, making it higher, and just getting it the way that you want it. And a lot of times the cut crease just takes practice, because it's the kind of thing where it's not hard, but it doesn't always just come out perfectly the first time around. So just keep at it, and I promise you, practice does make not perfect, but it will get better. Now we are going to take the Sasha Cup Buttercup setting powder and use it to set our cut crease and that concealer that we applied, so that when we add our shadows, they will not crease and they will stay. Well, that was my thought behind it. Now we are going to take that purple from the Butterfly Kisses palette, and we are going to pack it right at the end of our cut crease. I am using an e.l.f. blending brush. It is tightly or densely packed because I want that color to be very concentrated right in that area. And I'm just going to use a tapping motion to get that color just the way that I want it, right there just in the corner. Now we are going to take the orange from that palette, and I'm going to take this fluffy Real Techniques blending brush, and I'm going to just concentrate this color right at the end of where we saw that purple shade and blend it right into each other. Just using kind of like a pat swipe type of motion happening, but leaving that color in that one area. Next, we are going to take this coral color. It doesn't look coral on the picture or on the video, but as you can see, as I pack it on with this large head eyeshadow brush, the color is a really pretty coral color. And as I am packing it, I'm also going to extend it into that orange so that we have a very nice blend into from one shadow to the next. I am not going to extend it all the way up or all the way over, because we still have another shadow to lay down. And so I'm just again using that same patting motion to get my colors blended just the way that I want them. Now, taking the pink from this palette, I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush with the flat head and take that pink and cover all the areas that I missed when I used the other shadows, extending it all the way over onto that cut crease, doing my best not to interfere with my cut crease line. And this flathead on this e.l.f. brush that was $1 from the Dollar Tree works perfect for this type of eyeshadow application. And all I'm doing, once again, is just patting and letting the shadow sit right in the area where I want it to be. Now I'm going to take the Jordana liner in the color Bliss to create a small wing line, using small strokes to create the smoothest, straightest line I possibly can. I do prefer liquid liners because they're a lot easier to get the straight line with, but you can do it with this. It just takes a little bit more work to get it done. Now, to create an ombre effect, we're going to take the color Adonis from the Metamorphosis palette, and I'm actually using a brush from a painting set that I got from Ross that is perfect when you want to get into those very small spaces. And we're just going to extend it out almost to the middle, making it where it just kind of ombres into each other.
Now we're going to take the aqua color from the Flamin' Love by Makeup Addiction Cosmetics and just apply that over that blue liner, that Jordana Bliss liner, just to make it pop a little bit more. And I see that those colors had started bleeding into each other, and so I had the idea to use the Wet n Wild, NYX white liner over that, and I'm glad I did because I was very pleased with how it came out. So we're just going to extend that white liner all the way to the end, and my white liner is never perfect. And then I have this mole at the end of my eye, and so we always have a little hump effect going on at the end. We are adding mascara, and then we're going to add Born Beautiful eyelashes in the style Pressure. And now we're going to do my full face routine, but it's going to be sped up. Once again, if you would like to see details of my routine, please comment down below and I will be more than happy to do that for you. Let's get serious again. So I'm going back to that Jordana Bliss liner, and I'm going to use it to line my waterline, just as if I was using the black like I normally do. But today we're going to use this Bliss, baby. Now taking this flat top brush, we're going to dip back into that purple that we used at the top and brush it right along the lash line. And then after that, we're going to come in with the orange and sweep it right underneath that color as well, using the same brush. Now going to the Butterfly Kisses Naturals palette, we're going to take that icy looking color and we're going to hit those corners using this very small eyeshadow brush, and we're just going to bling those corners out just a little bit, give them a little something to talk about in the corner. Yeah, nice. We are going to top this color off with that same color I used as my highlight color, and I'm just going to apply it using a small eyeshadow brush right to the brow bone, extending it out from almost the middle all the way down to the end.